Trellises for your tomatoes, string trellises. We're making string trellises for tomatoes. Hey, we're making string trellises for our tomatoes. The weather forecast for tonight is quite a bit of wind, and I didn't want these snapping off. Generally, we don't use wire cages. I don't want to pay for them. They get all bent, and then I got the storage issues. I don't think they're kind of unsightly, and generally speaking, when I'm growing Amish paste tomatoes or some other stuff, they tend to get quite tall. I've had my tomato plants reach over, well, 6-7 feet tall. There's not a cage out there that's going to hold that in. So what we have done was we went to the hardware store, and as you can see, when our Mary was kind of coming in here, we've made this small trellis. This is just out of 2x2s. This is just 2x2 construction. It's just bolted in with some small bolts. And then I used 1x2s over the top here, which is where our strings are hanging from. This is just garden twine or jute, which starts off actually right down here at the tomato. So if you want to maybe come in here for a second, actually over here. This is where I've just started one. I can show you guys how I started off. What I'll do is I'll just take the base of the tomato plant right down here by the stem. I'm not worried about this cutting in because I've got this to be such a loose twine, so I'm not worried about it digging into the stem of the plant. Then I just kind of bring it up and around my twine. I'll just twine it around the plant kind of like this, follow along, and I'll circle around the entire thing up to the top. I don't know, spread it out every 4 or 5 inches. It's nothing really huge. I'm just looking for some stability. Here I obviously will have to go in between these two large branches. Maybe I'll cut one off, I don't know. But I'm just kind of intertwining, making sure that I don't want to snap things obviously and do any damage. So it's just kind of like here, and then we will come around the plant. You can see where we're sort of coming up now. We'll come all the way up, wrapping around the plant on the way up, and then when I get to the top, as you can see over on this side, I don't know if you can see this, but inside of here, what I've done is I've taken the length, which goes up to the top of my 1x2 up here, and then I'll just wrap around that 1x2 a whole bunch of times. This string that's wrapped around here is probably better than this entire length here. The reason I do that is because as the plant grows, I'm going to need to keep winding around. So I've just loosely tied this. I keep wrapping around the top. I'll loosely tie this so that the strings are not flapping all over the place. Then I can take the string down and I can rewrap the plant, and then I can go ahead and re-tie it off. Now on the top of my 2x2s here, as I said earlier, ideally what I would want to do, this is just pine, so this isn't going to really last a long time. Ideally, I guess for my area here in Wisconsin, I would want to use cedar. I would imagine, some of you have cypress or redwood or whatever available to you. I wouldn't suggest pressure treated, but whatever natural kind of a wood that's resistant to weather. 2x2 is actually about 18 inches into the ground. I've then thrown a lag bolt just into here to hold it in place. Left it up straight, as level as I could, really. I ran a 2x2 to the top here. I bolted that through. What I'd like to do ideally is, if I had the time, next season I'll use cedar, and then I'll drill a through hole here, and I'll get just a thin, maybe a machine screw or something like that. That would be about 2.5 or 3 inches long, with a washer on the top here, so that the head doesn't go through. I'll just pre-drill a 1/4 inch hole or something here, put a washer, my bolt, and then I would use a wing nut on the back. So that way, in fall, I can take it down really easy and store it. In springtime, it comes right back up. So that's where we are at. If you take a look again, like I said, it's just really simple. I used a small hand trowel, bolted my 2x2s into here. I threw a level just to check this way. I was checking this way with it all, but you know what? It's not level, and I really don't care. It's a garden. That was a whole lot of messing around. I got to get this up because the wind is coming. And these bed sides aren't perfectly straight or level anymore because they've warped it a little bit with the weathering. So any questions or anything, please leave them right down below in that comment box. Can you say bye? See you later. Did you have a good time doing this with me? Yes, she did. Rachel helped cut, and we're putting strings up. And actually here at Buddy Club, we're harvesting some of our strawberries that you guys have seen before. We've eaten lettuce already, spinaches.
I already ate one strawberry.
One strawberry. We've got peppers going. Earlier I mentioned about the brick that was going in. You guys have seen that project. The potted plants are pretty much in and taken care of. The only thing we really have to worry about is putting some straw mulch into them. And then we'll show you another project that's coming up involving a hibiscus plant and a small retaining wall made out of boulders. Thanks again, everybody. Bye-bye.